Hello everybody, today I'm going to be teaching you how to have proper finger placement when you're doing things like playing your chords and your scales. It's really important for you to have good finger placement. There is a proper and a right way to finger the scales and the chords, and you want to make sure you're doing it right, because if you're doing it wrong, you could potentially injure yourself and make it harder for you to play nice melodies and just play the music. You're making it only harder on yourself, right? So the setup of this video is extremely simple. You are going to get an objective, and your objective is to learn proper finger placement for basic chords and scales. All right. How we're going to achieve that objective is by using an exercise that I have put together, and it's going to help you be able to use this exercise to learn proper finger placement for any chord or skill that you want to learn proper finger placement for. The tools you'll need for this exercise is a website called Online Guitar Books. Now, don't go on Google and search it up. I put the links in the description for you. Let's get started. All right. So basically, what you want to be able to do is use basic skills and chords, put them together, and have proper finger placement all the way through. What's the best way to practice that? By simply playing them with proper finger placement and playing them together. Okay, so the exercise that I'm giving you today is designed to help you be able to play chords and skills with proper finger placement together, right? Because that's most likely what you'll be doing. You might be doing a mix of chords and skills if you're playing a song or if you're improvising or anything like that. So the idea is to add a variety. So in this exercise, you're going to get a lot of playing the chord and then playing the skill, okay? So you're going to play the C major chord, all right, and then you're gonna play the C major scale. That's it. That's all there is to it. I played the C major scale and I played the C major chord. All right, now let's get into some minor chord and minor scale positions. This is the C minor chord. All right, now that is a bar chord. Warning, you might have to practice it. You don't have to get it perfect, but you know, it'll help knowing a chord, a minor chord, right? Practicing that, knowing the fingers you're supposed to use for that, where you're supposed to use those fingers, and just being able to utilize it, right? So this is a C minor chord, okay? Now we could take this shape and turn it into a scale, the C minor scale shape, okay? And now we can play the C minor scale. All right, so that's the C minor scale. Do you notice that the C minor chord and the C minor scale is quite similar? It has the same notes in it, okay? Same notes. Same notes, different way of expressing it. That's it. That's all there is. And that's what you're going to find out. You're going to find out that's how it works when you learn arpeggios, okay? When you learn triads, all of that stuff. It's just expressing it in different ways on the fretboard, okay? So I want you to practice proper positions. That's really the exercise there. You're going to practice the chord with the proper finger positions, and then you're going to practice the scale. All right, that's what you're going. That's what your exercise is. Okay. Now, this may take a little bit of time. All right. And once again, you can use this exercise for any note, right? We played the C minor chord and then the C minor scale. We can bring the party all the way down here, okay, to the A minor chord, right? By the way to know for this specific shape what the actual chord is on that first root right here, right? This is A, okay? We knew up here that this was C minor because this note right here, the 8th fret on the E string, that's C. You fret that, and then there we go. That's C minor. Now we're bringing it down to A, all right? Now, this is the A minor chord, right? We play the same chord down here that we played up here, right? And then we can also play the same skill down here that we played up here. Up here we played the skill. We could play that same skill down here. Right? Same thing. You could play those positions anywhere on the neck. So if you know 2 or 3 positions, you're winning. There you go. That's a W, right? Anywhere you need to be on the fretboard, you can do that. Okay? So that's your exercise. All right? If you have any questions for me, let me know. Let me know if there's some things that you would like me to go over in videos in the future. All right? Once again, Online Guitar Books, that website is amazing. That is the only website that I ever use when I want to learn a new chord or a new skill, because it does not only tell me the notes of that chord and how to play that chord, or the notes of that skill and how to play that skill, but it tells me where my fingers need to go. And once again, you really, really, really need to place importance on proper finger placement now, so then you're not playing the wrong, you're not playing with the wrong finger placement later. Okay, so many bad outcomes can come out of playing with bad finger placement, dude. I mean, you can get injured. Okay, it could be harder to play the music you want to play, right? So really having good finger placement is just good practice. It's technique. There is a little bit of theory in the exercise I've given you for today. So utilize it, use it well, practice it maybe 10 minutes a day. Use a metronome along with it, right? I would suggest using a metronome with it, all right? Because when you use a metronome with it, that can burn it into your brain a little faster, and it can get you used to normal and common finger positions easier, right? So just utilize that, okay? One trick, I'll show you one trick, okay? So earlier when we played our C major skill, right? We played our C major skill. C is also down here on the A string. We could play the C major skill, that same position on the next string. We have enough space. You notice I just played the same position but on a totally different string. You can do that. Right? I played the same, position on a totally different string. And you can do that going up more strings, okay? But before you start doing that, I would suggest learning how octaves work between different strings, okay? And knowing, whole steps and half steps and the relationships of that between different strings. If you don't learn that, you could possibly get into a pickle. That is your exercise. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's any other things you would like me to go over. All right? I hope you have a blessed day. See you in the next video.